So 2 part was already covered. Third one will start today. So there are new additions also. What is it? ITMA script, what is E6, which brings new features like classes. All these features will be covered. So not to worry. We'll just quickly go with the overview first. So in this uh, table of content, you will see we will get started with the JavaScript. We will set up the environment, the IDE, integrated development environment, where we will be coding and executing our code. The other topics are identifiers or variables, you can say, the data types, operators, statements, expressions, loops, function, classes, event handling, objects, and other things are additional miscellaneous reads you can do. And at the end, we will be having our capstone project, which is for your own project building. And last, we'll end up with the assessment, with the closure of this completion of this JavaScript course. So let me just get started with the first thing, prelude part. The video I am skipping for now. Yeah. So I saw in the chat that majority of you uh, are from technical background as well. I'm really sorry. Actually, uh, I have a little cough, so I'll be coughing in between. So you please ignore that. So first thing, uh, there are many languages in the field of computer science engineering. JavaScript is one of the beautiful and versatile language. There are many use cases. Why I say this, or why people say this, is that it can be used in both the end meaning the front end and the back end. That was discussed in the HTML first session, I believe. So HTML, CSS, along with the JavaScript, you can combine together to build your front end, which is used by the end user, which can interact with the website. Now another thing comes with the back end, where the logic part is happening, where you write the piece of code to execute or implement your logic. So there also you can use JavaScript. So we have a lot of tech stack like mean, MERN. So all these uses JavaScript as a backend as well, and obviously front end we have this JavaScript. Other than that, it is very much dynamic in nature, and it interprets line by line. So even if your code in between, you have seen, if you have worked on C++ or Java or even Python, I believe, uh, the thing is, if you have a single line of code which has an error, if you have a multiple line of code but a single line has an error, the entire code won't execute. But that is not the case with JavaScript. It will execute all the right codes, like right line of codes. The only line which has the error will be skipped. It will throw an error. So, and also it is very much powerful language, meaning without JavaScript you cannot imagine your web page. Okay, so entire web page, whatever you see, like for example, this particular website, if I say, like for example, I am clicking on this. So this is working because of JavaScript language has been implemented, that once on click, if I click on this, it will take me to the page. So all the logic part, okay, if I click on back button, so it will go back to the previous page. So all the logic part has to has to be implemented by JavaScript. So that is the importance. That's why it is called as one of the most powerful language when it comes to web development. Now, what is a language? I believe everyone knows. Else, I'll tell you. See, as we interact, I am communicating with you all in a plain English language, which is understandable by all the human. So this is called human language. But computer doesn't understand the human language. They have a specific, language. So there can be many language, as we mentioned, Java, C, JavaScript, Python, and all. So these language are used to give command to the computer to take necessary action. Okay. So we write a input. Okay, we give a input. Let me just open Notepad. Yeah. So we give a input. In input, we give a write a code. So this code will be given to your computer or machine. Okay. And then based on the code in whatever the logic you have given, the computer or machine will act upon, and it will generate the desired output. Okay, that's how things work in computer science. So we will learn this language called as JavaScript in today's session. So now, before learning the language, it is important to understand where where we will be writing. So you can write this JavaScript code in your text notepad as well, any other text editor as well. Okay, but it will require a execution file to execute the JavaScript, because JavaScript code doesn't execute alone. It has to be executed with your HTML file, along with your HTML file, so that the integration part and all we will see later. But even if you want to try using executing JavaScript, you can do it in your browser also, because browser has this console. Like for example, I opened this browser. I'll go to right click, I'll inspect. If I click on inspect, I'll go to console. So this particular console is a JavaScript console. So if I write any JavaScript code line, it will be executed. So I'll be writing one simple code like alert. So for example, I'll keep it Harshakti. So don't get confused with the comments and all. I will explain what are these, what are double quotes, why we are doing it. Okay. So this is just for your understanding purpose, that even in your browser, this is simple, your browser only, I am trying to execute my code. So I am writing this alert Harshakti. If I do this, there you go. It gives me an alert. So it's an alert pop-up you would have experienced in your many browsers also. Whenever you try to log in, you will get this pop-up like want to save your password, something like that. Or you are trying to navigate to your different page, it will pop up like, do you want to leave this website? So these alerts messages are used in JavaScript. It is written in JavaScript, and then it is executed. So that's why you will get all such kind of you know pop-ups. So I'll write another code. So there you go. Alert Infosys Springboard. So you can try, because as I told you, it will be more of a practical learning. You can also try this in your own system. It works. It's not that I am executing, that's why it is working. It's, you all can try in your system and tell me. I'll be checking the chats as well. Can anyone tell me, is it executing?